In 2018, I sold my house in Orange County, California. 1,800 square feet, $745,000. That felt insane at the time. That same house today is worth about $1.2 million. And that is the number that matters. Because if you're watching this from California, this is roughly what you are sitting on right now. So let me show you precisely what $1.2 million buys in McKinney, Texas. It's not a bigger house. It's a completely different life. So let me show you. Hi, I'm Denise Spiridesco. I'm a real estate agent here in McKinney, Texas. And I need you to know something before we start. I'm not a Texan who is going to sell you Texas. I was born and raised in California. Then I spent 5 years in New Jersey, and for the last 10 years right here in McKinney. California, New Jersey, now Texas. These first two, both are in the top 5 states of where people are leaving from right now. California is number 1 in the country. I didn't plan that, but it does mean I have lived what you are going through twice. So today, the honest version, what your money actually buys here. And the 3 areas that can surprise you, because I'm not going to pretend those do not exist. So let's start with the fun part. Number 1, what $1.2 million actually buys here. Let's do the math out loud. In Orange County today, the median price per square foot is around $686. In McKinney, $206. Say those back, $686 or $206. So you sell your Orange County home, you're holding roughly $1.1 million. Here is what that does in McKinney. Option 1, buy the same house you have now, 1,800 square feet like ours was. In McKinney, that's in the high 300s. You would have $800,000 left in your pocket. Option 2, buy the median McKinney home, and here is the part that stops people. The typical home here starts right around $500,000. That could buy you that house in cash, no mortgage, no payment, nothing, and still walk away with $700,000 in the bank. Read that again. I will wait. Option 3, go big. Put the whole $1.2 million in a house. And at McKinney prices, you are looking at something in the neighborhood of 5,000 square feet, a yard, a pool, a 3-car garage. That kind of house in Orange County is simply not a thing that exists at that price. So which is it? That is the real question. And that is a conversation I have with Californians all the time. Because the biggest shift is not the square footage, it's this. A lot of my clients arrive here, become mortgage free in their 40s and 50s to live their lifestyle to their fullest. That is not a bigger house, it's a different life. Section 2, you are not alone. Quick perspective before the fine print. California to Texas is the biggest migration flow in the country, not one of the biggest. The biggest, roughly 77,000 per year. And when people search for homes in my city, McKinney, the number 1 metro they search from is Los Angeles. So if this feels like a crazy idea, it's not. There is a highway of people doing it with you. But here is the most important part that agents will not say out loud. The Texas boom is slowing. For the first time in the modern record, Texas is classified as a balanced state. About as many people leaving as there are arriving. Bad news? For buyers, this is great news. Collin County is in a genuine price correction now. Values down around 6% year over year, more inventory, longer days on market, sellers reducing. You're not walking into a bidding war, you're walking into a market where you can negotiate. Now the fine print. So number 3 things that can eat into this number. Double the house for the same money. That is the headline. Now the 3 things that can eat into this number is, number 1, the good news is no state income tax. 0. California's top rate is over 13%. Depending on your income, that alone puts thousands back into your pocket every single year. For many clients, $5,000 to $15,000 annually, real money every year forever. Number 2, the trade-off is property taxes. Texas does not run on income tax. Texas runs on property tax. In California, Prop 13 caps you, your assessed value creeps up slowly. Some of you are paying taxes on a 1990 valuation. Texas does not work that way. We get reassessed regularly. Rates here run about 2% or more of your home's value. So run your number, not the average, but yours. Now, I came by way of New Jersey, so in comparison, this bill did not scare me. Jersey people know. But straight from Prop 13, brace yourself, it is a different world. Number 3, and this one depends entirely on which neighborhood you pick. Californians, one word. Ready? Melrose. There it is, I saw it in your face. You already know how this works. Some communities have it, some don't, and it's tied to the development, not the city, and it changes your payments. Texas has the same animal. We call it MUD, PID, PUD, just to name a few. These are special taxing districts, usually newer developments where the district finances the roads, the water, and the infrastructure. And here is what you need to hear, because I hear it repeated wrong constantly. These are not everywhere. Not a Texas-wide fee, not even a McKinney-wide fee. Let me make it real in my own city. My neighborhood, Stonebridge Ranch, no MUD, no PID. El Dorado, none. Trinity Falls, beautiful, very popular, 100% in one of these districts. Same city, completely different tax bill. So the question is not, does McKinney have this? The address is, does this address have this? Ask it, get it in writing before you fall in love with the home, especially a new build. And one more thing, your homeowner's insurance will be higher than you expect. Hail is real here, you need to budget for it. That single question has saved my clients thousands a year, and nobody walking into a model home knows to ask. So if that was worth something, like this video, share it with whoever you are moving with, and subscribe because I do this every single week. Now let's get back on track. So section 4, the stuff money does not fix. Money is not the only thing that decides whether you are happy here. The heat. I will not sugarcoat it. Summer here is not California summer. Triple digits for stretches, and it's not dry, pleasant like a Pasadena heat. It is heavy, and it can be June through September. Life moves indoor in the middle of the day. You will become an expert on that window tint and attic insulation, I promise. The grid and the storms. Texas has its own power grid, and if you've seen the headlines, you know what I'm talking about. We get hail, high winds, tornado watches. Californians trade earthquakes and fire anxiety for hail and heat anxiety. It's a trade, go in knowing it. And the one nobody asks out loud, will I fit in? Here's my honest answer as someone who has been the new person twice. North Texas is genuinely, actively welcoming, not performing. People introduce themselves, neighbors actually knock on your door. After the Northeast, that took me a minute to get used to. But the pace, the priorities, the rhythms, they are different. Moving from New Jersey to North Texas, well, I expected to hear honking horns when you're in the wrong lane, people walking fast and brisk by you in the stores. Well, here you'll find hospitality and manners, and people will say hello. It didn't take me too long to realize that this is just the way it was. It takes about a year. Say yes to things. Join something that works. 10 years in, I can tell you it does work. And the thing that you're not expecting to miss until it's not there every day, the ocean, the mountains, and that specific California light. I still miss it, and this is allowed. You can love it here and still miss something. So number 5, 4 blind spots for out-of-state buyers. 4 things that catch people from out of state. And let me be clear, nobody is hiding these from you. They simply work differently in Texas than compared to where you are coming from. So you do not know to look, and that is a blind spot. Number 1 blind spot, check the school zone by street, not the city name. This is the one I see most, and it is a real cost that probably you wouldn't expect. Here's how it happens. You find a house, the mailing address says one town, you look up that town's district, excellent, you buy. Then you learn the house does not feed into that district. City lines and school district lines are 2 different maps, and they don't match. A Prosper mailing address can be zoned to Salina ISD or Denton ISD. 2 houses, same street, different elementary schools. So what does that cost you? You can undo it, and if you are selling and buying again, roughly 8 to 10% of that home's value. On a $600,000 house, $50,000 to $60,000. Go private instead, $15,000 to $30,000 per child. These are real numbers, and here is the thing. So if you're selling in California, you may be sitting on $1 million worth of equity. $50,000 may not frighten you. So let me tell you what you should know. You moved here for the schools. That was the reason. That was the whole point of uprooting your family and driving 1,500 miles. Then you did not get into that school, not because you couldn't afford it, but because no one told you to check online with a map and verify with the school district. That is not a money problem. That is losing the thing you moved here for and never knowing you had a choice. So do check the city, check the address with the school district. And by new construction, confirm it again before closing. Districts redraw boundaries as they open new schools. So just take 5 minutes, you just have to ask. Blind spot number 2, the Texas contract is not a California contract. This one catches experienced buyers off guard. You've done this before, you assume you know how it works. Texas has an option period. You pay a few $100s and it buys you a window, usually 7 to 10 days, to inspect or walk away for whatever reason, but you forfeit that fee. Your earnest money comes back, powerful protection. Also, there are hard deadlines in the contract. Once it closes, your leverage is gone and your earnest money is at risk. Know your dates, put them in your calendar. Blind spot 3, get an insurance quote before you are under contract. Nobody thinks about this until closing week, and by then it's too late. North Texas gets hail, serious hail. Insurance claims have climbed sharply. Californians budget carefully for the mortgage and the taxes, then get blindsided by the insurance quote. Get a quote for this specific address early. Roof age matters. Claim history matters. It can move your payment by a couple $100s a month. Blind spot number 4, rent first or buy right away. This is no one-size answer. If you know the area, you've visited, driven the commute at rush hour, then buy, especially in this market. You have leverage you have not had in years. Still guessing? Never spent a week here? A 6-month rental is not a failure, it's a strategy. I would far rather you rent 6 months and buy the right home than buy the wrong one and sell it at a loss for 2 years later. And yes, I do tell clients to rent when that is the right call. In closing, should you trade California for Texas? If you want to own your own home outright, keep more of your paycheck, get real space, and can make peace with the heat and the property tax bill that stings every year, the math works. It worked for me. If you need the ocean and mild summers, no house is going to fix that. And you should know it before you sign. There is no wrong answer, only the right answer for you. So, 2 things. First, grab my free relocation guide. Link is in the description and pinned to the comments below. Everything I wish somebody had handed to me. Second, like this video, share it with the person that you're moving with, and subscribe so you do not miss what's next. And next, tell me in the comments, what is your house worth now, and what do you think it would buy here in Texas? I read every single comment. I'm Denise Paradesco, your real estate insider, born in California, seasoned in New Jersey, 10 years planted right here. And I post a new video on my Living in McKinney channel every Friday afternoon. I'll see you on the next one.